Nice to see so many people today. I'm going to give it a little bit of time. Let's give it just a minute for a few people to join, and then we'll hit it. Um, okay, so while we're waiting, for those that don't know me, um, I just want to introduce myself. I'm Charlie Fuljoen. I've been in quantity surveying since 1984, so it's just over 40 years that I've been working, and I've been working in Africa most of my time. I started off in South Africa, obviously, and I'm currently working in projects in Ireland as well, and about 7 or 8 months ago, I started with BuildPractice because I realized, and at the start of where there's no, or it was very difficult, I never say no, but it was very difficult to get a platform on a Mac where you can measure drawings and do bills of quantities and all the tools that we as quantity surveyors normally use. And but this is where it started, and that's enough about me. Um, BuildPractice was then created, and with the help of Ernst and Andrew, who will probably help us later on. Oh, yeah, there I see Andrew and Ernst. You are both in here. Thanks very much, and Carl as well. Um, they helped me a lot to get the app to where it is today, and I would like to share things with you. This is now the third webinar, um, where we will just go through today. I will just quickly run through for the people that hasn't seen it before. It's just to do the measurements very quickly. Go and see what the bill of quantities will look like, and what was the new additions that we have done just before the since the last webinar, and from there I'll take it on. And then we will go on further to how to price a document and how to quickly do a tender analysis to see where, if there's any rates or things that jump out, and where there is something wrong when you receive a lot of tenders. And then I'll do a certificate just to run you through that as well. So so we got a lot to fit in, and let me just start off, and I'm going to share my screen, and we will um, just go. Um, sorry, let me just open. Okay. And after, oh, sorry, let me just share my screen, and I will share it. And once everybody can see this, and all right. So you would have now created your project. All right, so you'll have your projects here in the thing, and you would have created, and you open your project. Oh, not that one, sorry. And you will have a few. You would have now created a few projects, and and you land on this screen here where we would measure the drawings. We've been through it all. I'm just very quickly going to go through it and so on. So the first thing that you do when you load a PDF, if you can see on your left side here, I've now preloaded these and pre-measured it for you for this. But you can see you can upload a PDF or a DXF. When you upload a PDF, it's very important that you set your scale here. You set your scale and you choose 2 points that you of a known distance, and you will put in in that case 14.72, and your drawing is on scale. When it's on scale, you can immediately see there will be a scale set there, and it will show next to the name of the drawing. Okay, so we have measured now in our drawing here, and we have measured the external walls. You can see if I hover over the over a measurement item on the left, it will light up, and you've got internal walls there, and you've got your internal 200 walls. We've got the lounge and kitchens, and so on. So if you go on further, I'm sorry, and then you can zoom in and out on your drawings and as you would like, and if you want to see it so small, and that you can carry on. Anyway, so I will just measure a quick one here, is to and you can move the drawing. So if I want to measure a small piece, I just want to show it is and you just type in the new item, and you will measure, you will type in, you will name it, let's say we call carport, port, and you want it in square meters, and you can give it any color you would like. Let's say that one will be like that color. Enter, and you will put your cursor on the item that you want to measure, and it is just going there straight forward as you see. And if it is off the screen, you can always move it back and up, and you will just press that measure button again, and you click it there, and on this applies where you put, and you right click, and it will sit there, and your carport is measured. So these things has now been measured. If I can explain to you in detail, if there's any other things, there's some nice things that we've added. You can sort your measurement items. If you work with hundreds of items, you can sort them now, and you can sort them alphabetically. That will go bathrooms, bedrooms, carport, construction area, and so on. Or you can sort them according to the measurement group, the unit that you have measured them. Okay, and you can upload multiple drawings, various, and there's a DXF drawing, and all of them, you can have a DXF drawing and a PDF drawing measured to the same measurement items on the left here. So that's basically very quickly what the measurements are. And then when you press the bill of quantities portion there, I've created now a bill of quantities here for us. We've been through it all. I just want to quickly show you that. So let's say, for instance, okay, we've got now in this, for this example, I've got now earthworks, concrete, masonry, and waterproofing there. And if you want to add a bill, you can just press that button there. You add a bill, and they will close this, and you can create a blank bill, or you can model. And let's say we will go. I just want to go quickly, and you will see you can have a choice of 27 metalwork, plasterwork, all the trades are here, and in each one of them you will find your all the items that you can insert into it. And you can copy, you don't have to copy all of them, you just put, let's say, let's call it that one, and we say we want that floor coverings in there, and we want let's say, a laminate flooring that we would give it a name on floors, and you can say, you will insert the new bill, insert the bill that we have into the current bill, or a new bill. You create a new bill, or that. So you could add a new bill, and there it will be. So once you go to a new bill, you will add the bill after, or we will say after waterproofing, and you will say paste bill. And there it is. It will, bill number 5 will be already there, floor coverings, and it is in your thing. So when I quickly want to just measure this, just one measurement I want to go there is when we press this link here, it will open up all the the totals that we have measured in your measurements here. So when your drawing and its measurements is there, and once you open up, and you will see it is all there. Let's say we've got on floors, and there you can edit your description, you can edit the unit, you can edit the decimals that you want it to be measured. And if we want to measure, you press on the quantity column, and we say, let's say it is 1, and we want to use the construction area. It is all, you can press the construction area, and you'll see you will link it in there, and times 1, and there your floors are measured. Um, so, and then when you're gonna link it through and see, you open it and you check and you see your things are, then it will open up and say, all right, yes, there it is linked there. So another feature that we have included into our bills of quantities, and which we might touch on a little bit later if we can, um, is that when you've got lots of measurement items and you want to know where is this one coming from, and you click over there, it will scroll it down and bring you up to your the item that has been measured, so you can easily reference back and see and check your work, say, right, and that has been measured, it is linked there. Also on the other side, if you now, because my mouse is going to be on these titles here, look in this area here, there's going to be a thing coming up, and it says that specific item is, that 113.44 is linked to underfloors and underfloors and your surface board, surface beds, under surface beds, on floor. That is, on floors was this last one. It is just showing you where what these items are already linked, and what are they linked for. So that one there, we have that it's got trenches and surplus material. I just use this for measurements on these bills of quantities. It's just, I used a sample of it just to get you guys going and to show you what it does. So it's very easy to to measure your drawings and your bills of quantities, and they are always linked to the drawing. If these quantities change, and so will the quantities in your bill of quantities automatically change. So there's always linked. So when you open an item there and you see that there are these blue backgrounds, then you see it is linked to something, and that link stay. So if for instance, and we go and we open there and we say this one there, if that value, which is, and it goes up on the center there, if that value is changing in the drawing, it is changing, it's coming from the drawing, it is being transferred to your measurement items straight into your bill of quantities. These are all linked to each other. And that is, and then another quick nice to have that we have added to our bill of quantities is when you've got a lot of um, bills of quantities, and a lot of items, and you want to go back and you want to edit them, we've got this highlight button into it, and you can choose a color, and they say that one is yellow, and we say, listen, I still need to go back to this one, and I need to fill in the, for instance, that the meter, how deep it should be. All right, you close it, and it is just like a normal highlighter that what you have. So then you can go. When you print and preview, you print it, and you can have a choice of price, unpriced, or include the highlights or not. I say, listen, I'm unpriced for now, and then you can press the preview. Your bill of quantities will look like this. Is how you set it up in the beginning, and this is how I showed you on the first webinar. And if you guys interested, there are videos on the website and everything where you can check. So it will look like this. You can choose on the left which pages you want to print and which you do not want to print, but you will see that the highlight will come through and you print them out. And also, if you export them to Excel, it will be highlighted there in the Excel page. So you always know, all right, this one we still need to work on. And you go back to your project, and once you have done the changes, and let's say size of 1.5 meters deep or whatever you want to, and you've changed this now to 1.5 meters deep, seeding and whatever, and you say you are right, and you go to your highlight and you type on your arrays that it is there and it is done, and your bill of quantities. So very quickly you can get back to your thing. We also, if you right click anywhere in between, you right click there, you can insert items below, or you can copy items, and or you can bring items from the same project from another project, and so forth. But these are just a very quick review of what we've done last webinar. So what I want to show you now is, now we've done the bill of quantities, all the links and things are in there, and we need to price this document. So on the contractor, it will always come as default as the estimate and the budget, all right? And these will it be. So I just quickly want to show you. So when you add another contractor, and let's say we add another contractor there, we've got now, I've preloaded the budget A, B, C, D, E, F, and let me add another contractor, and we say contractor's name is now GEF, and we add the contractor, and we choose that one, and we say, all right, so our tenders have returned, we've added in the first two contractors, we add now this contractors in our next contractor, you press price document, and we can say just start pricing, and it will start at the mean. And I will quickly run through this. And the trenches, let's say it is $6 there and $7 heat dryeth, and risk of collapse was 3, and the keep it clear of water was 350 for this guy, and under floors, if you've the filling under floors is 30, and hardcore was 35, and reinforced concrete was 230 a cube, and 245. I don't know. The brickwork, half brick walls, that one was $25, and one brick walls was 35, and in beam filling was 45, and the brick force was $2 a meter for that guy. The waterproofing under the surface bed was let's say 6, and this guy on the floor covering the other people, we haven't done it yet, but let's say it is 40 anyway. So what you do is, so when you've pressed the last one, and this is where I actually wanted to come to. Now you can quickly see your contractor gave you a price, and it was, is it equal to 60,263 and whatever cents it was exactly. If you see that there's a mistake, then you can check, all right, is my bill 1, bill 2, bill 3, bill 4, those totals, are they correct? And if not, then you can go back and check. Let's say, all right, you see the concrete is different. The mistake should be in concrete. You can go to concrete and you check those again and enter, and you go there and you can just right click again and you will see, all right, I found my mistake. It is all 100%. And you can just say end of pricing document, and there it is. So now we have 3 contractors in there plus our budget, and they are there. We've checked them arithmetically, and these the rates are in, and so on. We've got now we must make a choice. Which contractor are we going to use? You just press your preview comparison button, and there's our all our bill of quantities will be here on the left, and it is all the items, and with the quantities, rates and amount, and the rate and amount, and the rate and amount for each contractor. Every rate, they will choose, it will highlight the lowest rate, so you can quickly see, listen, is there one that is popping out? Is there somebody that is, why is it so cheap? And if you see, but okay, yeah, it is generally into there. And here you can see, but this guy has priced 2. My budget was like 2.5 at 1.5 years maybe. And but why did this guy price for keeping water so cheap? And you can quickly check by running through your document, like if there was a mistake. You will see there was one, I can say, yeah, there's masonry, I'm sorry, it's waterproofing under the surface beds. I see it was, my budget was 7, and this guy's priced that, and why is that 1.1? So obviously, so let's go and speak to Copter, the DEF. Are you sure it is going to be only 1 cent? You did, then probably did a mistake or something, and you can go that. You also save this as a PDF, and you can attach it to your tender report, and it's a very nice document. Or you can to use for your data and things for future estimates and things that you would like to do. And that's it. So this is your pricing of your document. You've quickly checked the arithmetics, and you've done a comparison preview of all your different contractors that were there. So, and now you have chosen a contractor, and let's say it was contractor. If we go into your comparison, let's say we said we want to go, it was contractor ABC, will always be the cheapest one there, and we have chosen to go with him. So let's say, all right, so contractor ABC, we will move him and say ABC, and the ABC contractors' rates will be appearing here. So now it has been signed, the contract's done, the guy is now going in a tender, and we need to get him to work. So the next thing is certificates, and so I will tick to my certificates there, and we will start the certificate. The very first certificate will be, you have to choose your contractor, and obviously it is you can't change contractors and certificates and their rates, so you will include that. It allows you to put which logos you would like to use in your certificate. The date of your valuation, is it the interim, is it penultimate, is it final? You can choose. Is there advance payment? And let's say this is the first certificate, yes. And what is it? Is it a percentage, or is it just a value of it? And you say you can choose a percentage or a value. I said, listen, that's a percentage. Let's say, and it was 20%. And how you're going to repay it, and we say, all right, it will be a percentage of the certified work. I like to sometimes say, all right, let's put it at 25%, so you make sure that he pays back his advance payment before the end of the thing. Is there retention involved? I say, yes, it will be. And who's going to sign for the certificate? Let's say this guy is Pete Pompis, and he's going to sign this, and you can add another signatures if you got a few more people that must uh, uh, approve your certificates, and you can just quickly say continue, and here it jumps straight into your certificate. So this is our very first certificate. It is it is an advance payment, so it will show all your items in your bill of quantities, and so and this is our first one. So we start our new valuation, and obviously because it is advance payments, it will all be zero. So we can just save the certificate and open the cover, and we will see, all right, so that's a certificate number one. There's your contract value, and it is named there adjusted contract value. Remember, everything that we've seen so far, the measuring, your drawings, your bill of quantities, as you change it and as you update your bills of quantities, your rates and everything will stay there. Once you have measured something, it will come up, and this will be, and it will change your contract value, your bill of quantities rate, and so you basically have a final account, and this is your adjusted contract value, and this is the contract value that you are working with. So it shows there, right, it had its advance payment. We've got retention that we deduct from it. We have value added tax there at 15%, and you say the value added tax for this certificate, we say at the bottom, is 14,1412.59. The reason why I say that, because this is a cumulative value, and this will be the value of this specific certificate, and I will show that to you just now. So, all right, so and there is our certificate, and it will look like this when we go down. So, and then you can print it, or you can export it to Excel, do what you want, and here's and you can close it. So the guy worked a month later, and we will now start our, you can edit your certificate, or you can add a new certificate. So, and now we create number two. Number two will then lock in all your values from the previous certificate, because you can never change on a previous payments. That must always locked in. And do you want to continue? It will make sure, are you happy with that? So certificate number one was there, and we will say, all right, let's carry on with certificate. So you can't change. You will see, once you've changed, you can't change your contractor, and you can't change the advance payment. It is because it's something that has happened. It can only change the advance repayment. So it's a percentage what you have, and let's say the advance repayment is 25%, and the retention, we must still say it is 5%, because we haven't released any, so it didn't come down to 2.5 yet, and it is still a bit that is going to sign the certificate, and peace, and we continue. So now you will see that um, you get to a valuation of our thing. So now we will say we start the new valuation, and you see you can have a percentage to complete, or you can say a quantity. If you got something that is already measured, you measured it physically, and you see there were 43 cubes of trenches thrown, and that you have measured it physically, and it's 20, and you press enter, you will see it will automatically say it is 46.56. You can either use a percentage, or we say on this one, okay, all these excavations is 25%, 25%. That one was 30% and 25% and 30%. and strip footings, they've already done also that in the first month. These guys worked very hard and carry on. And we say this is where they were, and we save the certificate. Now you will see that the value of the work was completed there. It will still add the advance payment, and there was advance repayment already. So it was, and that will be the net value of that. We will still deduct the retention from it, and we add your value added tax. Now, what I said earlier, you add your value added tax is based on the cumulative total of that, but for this specific month, it is only 142. So your client knows of that, of this certificate that he's going to pay, so much of that would have been for the for that. It will show the details of the thing. So obviously the previously certified is 0, and we had our trenches and they had so many percentage complete. That was the total, less our previously this month. I'm going very quickly because we is it, and so, and honestly, there you guys can ask afterwards all the questions. Now I'm just going to do one more certificate to show you what is happening with the previously certificate, and if you they're happy with this one, they're getting it, send it out signed, and we can close it. So and you can always view your certificates, and or you can only edit your last certificate. Once you have created certificate 3, it can't be edited anymore. So let's say, for instance, you sent it to your partner or to a colleague or whatever, check it for me, please. Yes, no, this was a mistake. You can edit the certificate, and they will carry on there. So now you create your third certificate. You say, listen, create 3. It will always tell you before you proceed, are you happy? Because certificate 2 is going to be locked in. So we carry on, and we still say everything is yes, retention is still 5%, and it will still be old Pete that is going to sign this thing. And Pete Pompis. Peace, and we will continue. And now you will see all our previously certified, all the previously certified went into previously certified, and it will look like this month. So if we start our new valuation, and we say, all right, this guy has done now 100% of his trenches, and that is now to 45%, and that is 50%, and that was now 60%, and that is 50%, and that is now 80%, and strip footings I have done now 50, and whatever, that is now 40, and half brick walls they've done now also 45%, and one brick, anyway. So, and you carry on, and your certificate is done. Then we save the certificate and open the cover. You can see again your less previously certified is there. And so for this month, it's like this. So if you've got your value of your work, add the advance payment and your value added tax, and it will carry on. So your total complete, less previously certified to this month. And this is basically it, and you carry on, and this is how your project will, and your certificates is done very quickly, and it is all based on your bill of quantities. And once your bill of quantities or your measurements, your drawings in your changing to your bill of quantities and to your certificates, and which is like we are now. So that is basically what I have here for you now. So I'm going to now allow for any I see there's lots of people that joined, and thank you and welcome for everybody. I just didn't know that. And so I'm going to ask if there's any questions. I just want to open it, see if the settings. Sorry, I just want to oh man, question now settings. Now what is this now? Oh my word, it happens all the time with me. Andrew or Ernst, can you unmute yourselves?
Yes, I'm here, Charlie.
Okay. Oh, yes, under controls, you can, oh, anybody, I see, all your participants, if there's any, you can unmute yourself and ask if there's any questions from anybody. How much is the subscription for this software? The software it's based on different things. Let me just, I can open my, let me just open the website. The website is, oh, sorry, let me just, I can share my screen again. So when you go to, sorry, yeah, it is now shared. And when you go to build Prax, you say you will just have to buildprax.com. And this is where you will subscribe. And if you see the pricing, you will find out here there's a community forum which we're trying to get going soon. And yes, some more tutorials to help you to show a little bit more in detail of the measurements and how to take off the Bills of Quantity certificates. And then there's feasibilities, which we will look at the next webinar. Then if you go to the subscription, if quartz is when you only want to have the measuring module in there. Emerald will let you do measuring and feasibilities. The Sapphire is when you want the measure the drawings, the bill of quantities, and the certificates, like what we've done just now. And the Diamond, if you got everything to there. We try to keep it so that everybody can afford it. So, and you can have either monthly, quarterly, half yearly, yearly payable. And the Diamond is monthly 290 and 269. 261, oh, sorry, 290. And for any additional license, you want your second, and third, and fourth, they will be paying with the discounted rates there. So, but for a full package is $290 per year, or half yearly, quarterly, monthly, $29. So we try to keep this affordable for the smaller people as well. And so, yes, if that answered your question. So, but you can go to buildprax.com. It is just, you can just type in buildprax.com. Please don't type in www. It will not go there. It is just buildprax.com, and you will get to the website. But you are welcome to you're very welcome to unmute yourself and introduce yourself and see where you're from. And this is a time where we have fun and talk to each other. Any other? Let me just see. So somebody, I see Khumotsu is typing something. Sorry, you can choose your does it work only in dollars? No, you can choose when you set up your contract. you you can have a choice between um, uh, any of your currencies. So let me just share my screen for you there. Um, so I haven't started. That was actually part of the first one. So when you start a new project and you get your project name, and let's say you've got test 60, and you give it a project number, you can give your client's name, the site address, and here you can choose a currency and all the currencies that you can think of. You can have any currency that you want. You can choose that. If it's South African rand, it will do that. You can also, if it is in India or you're in the USA, you can have feet and inches or meters. And is it a standard bill of quantities? We've now also introduced the Koto standard bill of quantities, which is an engineering type of bill of quantities. You choose your base date, the VAT rate, and who's preparing it. Do you have a single bill of quantities, which I just showed you? Sectional, Ernst is busy with a very complicated sectional bill of quantities, or you can copy another structure, and then you can import another project from Excel as well. And once you've done that, you can show your format options for what your bill of quantity will look at, and you can put in logos and so on, and then you create your project, and it will take you to this page where you can upload a new drawing. And yes, so if there's any other let me just stop sharing here, and you guys are welcome to talk if you want. You can just unmute yourself. As there's no more questions.
Charlie, if there's no more questions, I can just inform people. I've been working with this build tracks now for quite a while, and it's really user friendly. It's your links are there and it's clear. Even with a complicated project, it makes it much easier. And the fact that your takeoffs and your bill is linked helps a lot. It's not two systems; it's one system with two modules or four modules, but extensively, most of us, we use the measuring and bill production side. And yeah, I've been using it extensively now, and yeah, it's really user friendly. Stupid old guy like me can understand it, so I think the young ones will catch on quickly. So, but yeah, congratulations, Charlie. It's a very, very nice package.
Thank you, Ernst. Yes. And if I can say together with him, is that how we structured it. If you, let's say you save you back up the file and you save your project, you can, it will save as a one file, and you send the one file over to your partner, and he opened that, and everything will appear in one platform. You send him one file, he will get all the drawings that's related, the bill of quantities, all the certificates that is there up to date, the feasibility, everything of this project is carrying on, and you've got everything there at the tip of your fingers. So, and this is what really helps us a lot, and that's one of the things. I see Tabo who asked a question. I was busy with that question. You can unmute and talk if you want. This is,
Yeah,
yeah.
I just wanted to ask, besides LinkedIn, where can I get notification in terms of the next webinar?
We're trying to do them every second Wednesday. So, and the reason and why I was really rushing through this is that I like to take, and in the previous one it worked very well as well, but I like to take the opportunity to have a lot of people from all over the world and in our same line, and we're trying to do that. Ernst and Andrew and myself have talked about it, and to sit and to use this time and talk and come up with ideas and tell me anything. But the next one will be in 2 weeks, exactly in 2 weeks' time, next Wednesday. I will send everybody that was here. I will obviously send you all another invite for the next one where we will do feasibilities. Feasibilities is quite extensive, and it does a lot. That's why it does a lot for you. Andrew he's done now the feasibility of a shopping center um, just recently, and he didn't even look at anything that I told you. He just opened the app and he did everything. And I was so proud of him, and everything looked 100% beautiful. So um, it and the next one is for the feasibility, because we're dealing with escalations and contingencies, cash flow forecasts, and again, everything is linked to the drawings. So you can have your feasibilities. You can have them the choice of just having a rate per square meter area just to estimate, or you can use the bill of quantities that I've used that, but you don't need to measure it in detail like we do. You can create your own, let's say, estimate type of pricing. And if you want to have it a little bit more detailed than just a per square meter, up to you. You can change this thing and you can link them all back again. So everything, when it is changed from the drawings, it is all linked and it's all clickable, so you can see where they are in one app. And that is what we are proud of. And that is what we have tried to get together, so that everything is, you are there. You don't have to jump from a one software to Excel to another software, or and change things and so on. You can do everything on one screen. You've got them, and they're all there with you. Anything else? Anybody?
Just one last one. In terms of the feasibility, so I'm in property development, so sometimes I have to do investigations, pre-feasibility investigation, so to say. And you
Yeah,
mentioned that the feasibility on the software is linked to the drawings.
yeah,
So let's say, for instance, we haven't gotten to where we even have concept drawings. It's just a new project that I have to do feasibility studies on to
yeah,
see in terms of is the project working out or not. Would that session also cover that part?
yeah. Yes, let me explain to you. I can very quickly, if you got the time, I don't want to waste your guys' time, but I can quickly show you something. So um, when you open, let's say we used this this project here. Okay, all right, let me open one and see if we had the one that I just now, and I've priced it and so on. Well, let's open it. So when we go to the estimates and feasibility, and there's an isability, so it will show you, this is what it will look like, the summary. It is your land value, your improvement costs, and I will show you very run quickly how your general costs, your finance costs will go there. It will show you the VAT, your construction and your rate, your income, your net return on investment, and your profit of whether it's from sales or whether you are renting it, and so on. So it is complicated in the way of, you can play with it until it works for you. So you will always obviously start with your land, all right? And if there's land, you will tell all your land costs and you work it out there. Is it a rate per square meter? Is there a fixed value to it? Is there agents fees in it? Is there transfer cost in it? and when will you pay it? And for that, when the effective date of the land purchase, that has got an effect on your interest calculations of when you're going to start paying interest and escalations and things like that. So and then on your improvement costs, then we've got all your construction areas which are on let's say, for instance, I just tested these, and I just added main 3, main 5, main 6, and I've had different areas there. So if you had 3 construction areas for instance, and then you've got your builders work, so that is your construction area. You can just type in a rate that you want, or you can bring it a rate calculation from a bill of quantities. You can bring it in from the bill of quantities. So if you've got an area there, and then it will give you the rate from your bill of quantities. Then you will have your detailed design contingency, which you can add. Then all your external works, your site cleaners, all these things that you will normally include into your different feasibilities, and your fees, your contingencies, your professional fees. It will work out what it should do. Are you working on a percentage basis? Your core consultants only? Do you have all these other core consultants, all the sub-consultants, these traffic engineers, all these people? Do they all of that? What is your plan approvals fees? And that will bring you to a development cost. So once you've done your development cost, improvement cost, we will go to your general cost, and we give you a place where you can add all your general cost. Then your finance cost will be worked. Do you use a development cash flow, or do you just use the cash flow factors, where we just use it our interest rate per month times 0.6 during the construction period, or whatever? So, but I will explain to you in the next one a little bit more detail. Then you've got your construction cash flows, where you can work out. This is a calculation based on the S curve. Curve, so it will just do of the contractor's cash flow, how it is over this few months that you are using it. Is there advance payments, is there retentions, and it will work out the cash flow, how it's going to run there. And you will have development cash flow. It will show you per month, and these things are just, you haven't filled them in yet, but this is going to be on the next one. And then we will show you a graph of showing you the cash flow at the end. I'm sorry, explain. Don't know how to get this down now. And so, yes. And sorry, there was a phone call. Yeah. So Andrew has got a question. Yes, Andrew.
Thanks, Charlie, and good afternoon, everyone. I saw
Yes.
a question which is asking, does bullprek only work in US dollars? And having worked on bullpreks recently and just jump in and do my own things, as Charlie have mentioned, I realize bullpreks works in a whole lot of currencies which are available in the world. If your client is on the other side of the world, you can use the Haiti Gori, you can use the Cuban peso, you can use the rands, Japanese yen, Australian dollars, South African rands, British pounds, anything. It's already programmed in this app. So to answer Komoto, you can use any currency that is available. And if you are like me, you're about to start a currency which does not exist yet, and Charlie doesn't know about it, send an email to Charlie and say, Charlie, I am using Bullprek and my client wants to use whatever it is. I will say Elangeni from Swaziland, maybe, and the Charlie has not adopted that. He's going to do it for you. From my experience, should I hit a problem, I just send an email to Charlie. He will ask me one question and then he will tell me he will update it within the next hour or so. I hit an update, my project moves on, and then with the problem being resolved. Currently, that's how the relationship has been going. We have been very, very active trying to see what else can Bill Prex do and how can Charlie quickly improve when we hit a problem. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Andrew. Okay. If there's no more questions, then well, thank you for joining, and hopefully we see you in the next one in 2 weeks' time. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you. Oh no, thank you, Andile. Thank you, Deboche. Yeah. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Ernst. Thanks, Carl. Thanks, Ebony. I see all these little hands. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you very much. Hey. Bye-bye.